NPVs is one thing. Rational expressions is another. There's so many things that you gotta keep in the back of your mind when you're doing this. It's so important. That's what makes this complicated. Nothing else makes it more complicated than actually having to remember a few things. Number one, factor everything first. Oh my goodness. Then NPV before you simplify. Wait a second. How do I do this? You know what? Start with the NPVs. Let's look at this particular question right here. Look at this. Start with the NPVs. 2x plus 4, you know, cannot be equal to 0 because if it equals to 0, boom, doesn't work. Bring the 4 over. 2x cannot equal to negative 4. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Get those restrictions out of your hair right at the beginning. You know x cannot equal to negative 2. Everything from that point is fine. Now, look what this says. Factor first, okay? Look how some of these factorizations are really, really quite easy. For example, this one here. Look, 3x plus 6. This is going all the way back to like the first moments of grade 10. First thing you can do, you know and I know, you could take a 3 out of both of those. Take a 3 out, leaving you with an x plus 2. Fantastic. Now, let's do the same thing to this one here. I know we've already done the NPVs. Who cares about that? Now we're on to factoring. Look, this is over 2x plus 4. And look what you can take out of this guy right here. You can take out a 2. And if you take out a 2 here, look what you're left with. X plus 2. Aha. Now, check this out. This is the coolest part. You know and I know that things that are like on the numerator and the denominator, they can cancel, which leaves you an answer of 3 over 2. Done. That's all you have to do. But, okay, don't forget, you have to state your restriction. But as long as you factor, you might find something common to top and bottom, the numerator and the denominator, and you just cancel them right out. Well, that actually sounds like a lot of fun. Let's keep on going then. Let's keep having fun. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. Yep. PSA. And this is what I was saying earlier. You have to be really quick and efficient in your factoring. If you're not quick and efficient in your factoring, you're going to have all kinds of problems. Case in point. Two numbers together that multiply to give us minus 24 that add up to 6 are 6 times negative 4. You got to be quick with this. 6 plus negative 4, because if you're having problems with your multiplication or with factoring, this becomes a very arduous journey, a very difficult journey. Okay, so look at the top. The top becomes x plus 6. The bottom becomes x minus 4. That's it. I shouldn't say the bottom, the top two factors, my apologies, are x plus 6 and x minus 4. Now, let's look at this bottom here. Now, the thing about this is watch what happens. Sometimes it might be easier to factor before you even do the NPVs. Yep, look, if you take a 2 out, you got x squared minus 36, and you should recognize that by now as a difference of squares. If you do recognize that as a difference of squares, this becomes easy. This becomes x minus 6 and x plus 6. You know those cannot equal to 0. Right? So look, the 2 doesn't matter, but the x cannot equal then plus or minus 6. How do I know that? Let each one of these equal to 0. X minus 6 cannot equal to 0. X plus 6 cannot equal to 0. Solve them, you get x cannot equal to plus or minus 6. So there's your NPVs. But here's the nice thing about factoring it here is look, because you factored it already, because you went out and factored this and spent the time factoring it, recognizing it as a difference of squares, guess what? All you got to do is rewrite it down here. X minus 6, x plus 6, and check this out. Now you're factored, top and bottom. Now you know what the NPVs are right here, right? You can turn around now and just cancel and reduce this thing and go, oh, look at this. X plus 6 and x plus 6 cancel, leaving me an x minus 4 on top, a 2x minus 6 on the bottom, and guess what? That is my final answer. So I've got a couple more questions coming up for you in the next couple podcasts that make it a little tougher. But if you get the idea of factoring first, figuring out those non-permissible values, canceling things that are like out, boy, I tell you, this is going to be a real easy unit for you.